The grammar point of Unit 1 is the present perfect tense. In this presentation, we will study when this tense is used and its grammar. We will also study what participles are, and we will review words that are commonly associated to present perfect. The general meaning this tense communicates is that of an unfinished action from the past that has a connection with the present. For example, in the sentence, I have lost my phone, the person lost his or her phone in the past. He or she saw that he or she didn't have it in his or her pocket in the present, and maybe he or she would go to the police to recover it. Perhaps he or she could have it back in some time. In the sentence, my mom has traveled to the north of Chile many times. She traveled to the north in the past, and maybe she will do it again in the present. We use the present perfect for actions that happened recently, as in the sentence, I've just sent the email, which means that I did that just now, a few seconds ago. We use the present perfect to talk about life experiences, as in Susan has seen her favorite movie 20 times. Other use of the present perfect is to talk about actions that have a result in the present time, as in, I've lost my keys, which means that I lost the keys in the past and I cannot find them now, in the present. An important element in sentences in present perfect are participles, which is a form of a verb. In Spanish, we have participles. For example, the participle of the verb amar is amado, or the participle of the verb enviar is enviado. On the slide on the left, we can see the verbs eat, be, and write. And on the right, we can see their corresponding participle, eaten, been, and written. As with the past form of the verbs, participles can be regular or irregular. To make regular participles, you add ed to the verb as in. Start, started. Work, worked. Irregular participles are different from the base form of the verb and therefore should be memorized. Examples are break, broken, make, made. Now, let's study the grammar of present perfect. Affirmative sentences are formed by a subject, followed by have or has, then a participle, and then the elements of the rest of the sentence. Remember that subjects I, you, we, they go with have, and subjects he, she, it go with has. In the example, we have been to Europe twice. The subject is we, followed by have. The participle of the verb be, been, and the rest of the sentence. A negative sentence in the present perfect follows the same structure as an affirmative sentence, but we use the negative of have, has, which is haven't or hasn't. In I haven't been to India, the negative is haven't, and in George hasn't read the documents for the business meeting, the negative is hasn't. To make questions in present perfect, we start with have or has, followed by the subject, then the participle, and the rest of the sentence. If we need to ask for information like places, time, reason, manner, etc., you include a question word like where, when, why, how, etc. at the beginning of your question. Two examples are: have you eaten caviar? Why has Mark left the office so early? A common question in present perfect is have you ever, which is used to ask about experiences, the things you have done in your life. For example, have you ever been to Japan? Is asking about your life relationship to Japan. If you have visited that place as part of the things you have done in your life. Other examples are, have you ever lost your passport? Has Anne ever played golf? Since and for are prepositions of time that are commonly used in sentences in present perfect. They refer to a duration. In the example, Sandra is in Turkey. She has been there for 2 months. It's a duration of 60 days since October. It's a duration from October to the present. For presents a period of time, 4 days, 10 days, etc. As in the example, I've lived in Liverpool for a long time, in which the period of time is a long time ago. Since present the start of a period of time, as in, I lived in Liverpool since I was 21 years old. The start of the action is when the person was 21 years old. We will end this presentation by studying the adverbs just, already, yet, and never, which are also commonly used in the present perfect. Just means that the action happened recently, as in, I'm okay, I just had lunch, where the person ate a few moments ago. Already means that something happened before you expected, as in it's only 8 and Joanne has already gone to bed. Where it's too soon for Joanne to go to bed. Both just and already go between have or has and the participle in the sentence. Yet means until now, where the sentence they haven't arrived yet means that until now the people are not here. Never means that the action didn't happen, as in I've never read a book longer than 1,000 pages, which means that reading a book longer than 1,000 pages didn't happen.